How's it going, everyone? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are having a spectacular day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, doing the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. You guys can also head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week. You guys can also suggest movies, TV shows, and games for me to cover here on the channel in the comments section down below. As always, we're going to talk positives and negatives, discussing the new movie here in 2024, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The film's PG-13. It is about 2 hours and 30 minutes long, and it definitely feels like it. It is a very long movie. I got a chance to see an early screening of it, and man, that theater was packed. Had to get tickets in advance just to make sure we actually could have seats and we could sit together. Because like 3 hours before the show even started, over half the auditorium was sold out. It was insane. So I'm hoping this movie is going to do well at the box office. There clearly is still a fandom for more Planet of the Apes films, and I'm happy that the franchise is still going strong. The film was also directed by the person that did the Maze Runner trilogy, starring Dylan O'Brien, and that definitely is shown off by the amount of walking around and the CGI that is on display. The film is epic, it's thrilling, and it also is very thought-provoking. There are a lot of things that will make you, spark a conversation either during the film or at the end, hopefully. While this film also takes place after war, it takes place about 200 to 300 years afterwards, after the ending of War for the Planet of the Apes. It recognizes it. It recognizes the events of Rise, Dawn, and War. However, this is the start of a new trilogy. So, what that means is it's going to have a bunch of new characters, new plots, new locations, new lore, and stuff added into the Planet of the Apes franchise. You don't even have to technically have watched Rise, Dawn, or War to understand what's going on in this film. This is a good jumping in point for people that have never watched a Planet of the Apes film ever. They don't have any knowledge of the 5 legacy Planet of the Apes. They have never seen Rise, Dawn, or War. If you've never seen a Planet of the Apes film and you just go into this movie and you want to have a good time, and you want to get introduced into this franchise, this is a good jumping in point. Now, it will respect you if you've seen the past 8 movies, but it's a good start. This film, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, it's kind of like Fellowship of the Ring with Lord of the Rings. It kind of feels like that, where Rise, Dawn, and War of the Planet of the Apes kind of felt like the Hobbit films. So they're not like a necessary watch, but they give you more context and lore and world building if you've seen those past 3 films. Well, the visuals, the CGI, they're 100% fabulous. The film does center mostly on characters, and it focuses on this new character, this new ape of Noah, and it centers on his story and him learning about other things outside of his clan's world, so to speak. And he has to go rescue his family and his clan from doom. And that is the premise and the plot of the film. The human characters, especially Nova, just kind of feel boring. They're not really interesting, and they kind of feel unnecessary in the film. You have to have them in there, but the film is more centered on Noah, his friends, his love, his family, the clan, and this evil tyrant Proximus Caesar villain character. Speaking of which, the villain character of Proximus Caesar, while not until the film, until about halfway through, his presence is definitely felt. And when he does show up, he's terrifying. He's pure evil. He's basically a cult leader. And while he is doing things that we, the audience, don't like, why he's doing them actually makes sense. Like, he's like, you can't trust humans. They get into this vault and they access whatever's in there, the knowledge. They will put us back into cages, and we can't allow that. We used to be the ones in cages, and we don't want that. This is our time. Humans had theirs. It's their fault that, their society collapsed and we took over. If we're not careful, the roles will get reversed. And so what he says, his philosophy makes sense and it's logical for the survival of his species, but how he goes about it is completely wrong. There are some dull moments and there are some boredom in the first like 30 minutes. This film could have been shorter with a little less drama and more focus on either action or character development. There is a lot of wide shots, kind of. Like I said, this film's kind of like Fellowship of the Lord of the Rings. It just, there's a lot of shots where characters are just looking at abandoned buildings, or they're walking inside of an abandoned mall, or, they're just walking around. And I'm just like, oh my God, can we speed this up? I get it. There's just moments where it's like wah 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 wah, exposition dumping, okay, and it just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And it's like, okay, you need to figure out a way to tighten it up. Overall, the film is fun. It's funny. It's thoughtful. It's very dark. It's character driven, and most importantly, it's entertaining. So I plan to rewatch this film. I enjoyed it. I encourage you guys to check it out. And that's going to do it. So I'm going to give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes here from 2024 a 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have an excellent day. And I'll see you guys on the next video or stream. Peace out.